Dena and I met in the second grade and went to school most of middle school together, and she left San Antonio and came to school in Bernie, and our senior year in high school we met back up and started dated all the way through college, and got married in March of 2004. God does things for a reason. Had Dena and I known what the commitment and covenant that the marriage meant before we got married, I think that we would have handled things in our marriage a lot different than like we are now. I mean, it's a lot easier for us to communicate. We rely on God more. Dena and I didn't do the premarital counseling or anything like that, and I regret it now. It could have saved some heartaches. I really believe that it could. It was the three-stranded rope. I'm a team roper. I like to rope, and it talks about how two strands could break apart, but the third strand allows it to hold together, and the third strand's God, and that really stuck to me.
When we first met our mentors, we were a little reserved, but as you get to know them and go through this study and find out they're real people too that have issues as well, and that go through life and run into the same worldly obstacles that you do. And so it's nice to know that they're not perfect, and neither are you. They're our cheerleaders, and we appreciate that because you need that. You get stuck in those ruts and you need to be pulled up and for someone to be standing up there cheering for you.
Our mentors, Joni and Jerry, always stressed to us, pray together. And Dena and I never really did it. We always prayed, at the table together, but we never took the time to lay in bed and pray. I pray and then Dena prays, so we know what's on each other's heart. And they stress that to us big time, and it's paid back big benefits in our marriage. It's taught us a lot, and they've really stressed that with us. They constantly ask, "Are you doing that?" And if we're slacking there, get back in it. You need to be doing this. It's powerful, and it is. It's powerful. When we have something that we might disagree on, if we just say, "Okay, let's talk to God for a minute." He's that molded or that strand that's going to hold us together through this and lead us in the right direction. And you don't realize things are blessings until you're writing them down. You're like, man, that really meant a lot. Like when, I wake up for work early. Sometimes I'm leaving the house at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she still wakes up, gives me a hug, and kisses me bye. And that means a lot. I never would have thought of that as a blessing, but little bitty things really do mean a lot. And you're like, well, I remember you never do this, you never do that. Well, but they are doing a lot. And in the making sure you take time every day to realize what the little things they are doing, it matters. And the issues are becoming fewer and fewer between us because we've learned how to communicate with each other and how to just resolve a problem. Before it would take 2 days to get an "I'm sorry," and now it's 20 or 30 minutes. Maybe even not even that. Maybe we were like, what are we doing? Why are we arguing about this? Marriage Mentors is going to pay a huge benefit to our children's lives because they'll see that, the love and compassion that Dena and I have for each other and how we rely on God and in our everyday life. And even to this day, when we sit around the table, if we forget to pray at night, our daughter throws out her hand and says, "Amen." She's 18 months old. We've already developed something, and we might be in a hurry to go get somewhere, but she never lets you forget that at the dinner table. Anytime you sit down to eat, it's "Amen, Daddy." So that's huge, and that'll be something that sticks with her forever and with me.
God is going to allow everything to fall into place, but you have to have that want. Whether you have a lot of issues or you just have a couple that come out every now and then, they just need to be resolved, and God's just waiting for the opportunity to do it. And marriage mentoring is one of those opportunities. It's been just a big blessing for us.
Marriage isn't easy. It's never going to be easy, and you got to work at it. And if you don't learn how to rely on God in your marriage, you're not going to make it. Don't get me wrong. We still have our challenges, and you're still going to have those, but you handle them a lot better and more effective, more efficiently, and um, it just makes it easier if you'll just man up and do it. Real men do it. The cowards won't. But if you're a real man, you can step up and do this for your wife and for God.